top 4 is much better than finishing in that 5-6 spot. Right. Now, getting into game number 1, Rogue, you heard the desk. This is their best chance, obviously. NRG undefeated. It's going to be a tough thing to do. And off the bat, Space Station Gaming strike right off the kickoff.
Probably the best way you can start a game off. Space Station, we see Sathu coming in with crazy speed, putting one on the board for his team right off the bat.
Now, Kurnovi trying to get back in time, but that shot was just too hard, and Space Station Gaming coming out swinging.
Just takes 3 seconds, James.
And as Gibbs pointed out on the desk, for playoff scenarios, Rogue need to win this series 3-1. They want to finish in that top 6. They still have a chance against NRG, but with the way they've been playing, that would be quite tough.
Right, and even with a win that's maybe going to game 5 here, they still have to take an individual game off of NRG, and even that alone can prove to be difficult. We saw Cloud9, probably the biggest rival to NRG, struggling to take individual games off them, and seeing Rogue have to come to this challenge is really something where you want to see Kurnovi or even their whole team step up.
And this is their best chance. Conceding an early goal. Rogue now trying to get a counterattack started, but Sathu shutting it down. Kurnovi popping it out to the mid. AXB shutting that down. Kurnovi soft touch to himself. Gets it by Sipical as well, but possession given up. AJ with the challenge, keeps the ball at midfield. Wonder, soft touch, takes control, flicks it off the backboard. AXB is there. Now ball back up to the middle. AJ going for a challenge. Sipical waiting on the wall. Off the backboard, AXB. He's just going to leave it for Wonder. Sathu takes over, but Wonder gets it by. Kurnovi up in the air. He's going to put this off the back wall. Backboard pass, a miss from Sipical, but no one from Rogue there to clean it up. Kurnovi, solo play, and Sipical able to shut that down. Now Wonder off the backboard, ball out into the middle. Good chances for Rogue. The pressure seems to be mounting.
No finishing shots yet coming in. We see Rogue, like you said, getting clear passes all the way across the net, but nobody's there to finish. If they keep pressure up, they have to keep rotating in and try and put one in.
You can see there AJ going for that demo to clear the way for Wonder. That did not pay off for him. And Sathu dodging multiple players from Rogue to get this ball to the corner. But you're right, Turtle. Rogue keeping that pressure on, but just not having that player there to put the final shot on net.
And with aggression like that, you can see counterattacks come in from Space Station, so they got to be careful if they're pushing up and not actually closing shots to maintain defense and keep it out of their own half.
Backboard pass now for Space Station. AJ meets AXB. No shot coming in. Rogue holding firm on defense. Sipical trying to pass it out to the corner. AXB with the back wall pass. The players getting tangled up in net for Rogue, but AJ still comes through to get that clear. Kurnovi off the ceiling. AXB in the mid. Getting challenged. It's now Sathu pushing the ball to the Rogue corner. First touch from AJ, but he gets bumped out of the way. Sipical going for that bump off the back wall. So Space Station also having good moments of attack, but still just a 1-goal game.
Breaking out of the shell, Space Station seems to be a little bit more on the aggressive side this match. Coming down to the almost the final minute here, and we want to see somebody finish something from Rogue this series. They've had solid pressure, but no opportunities to put one in. And
even there, a ball bouncing off the backboard and hitting the ground with no one there from Rogue. And now on the other end, Wonder had to scramble back. Infield pass shut down by Wonder. And now a miss, net wide open. Sipical, the shot, and that's going to be the 2nd goal for Space Station.
You don't want to see it, but the unfortunate whiff here coming out from Wonder, and Sipical's there just to punish a miss and try and solidify their lead here within the final minute.
Not a very promising start here for Rogue. They've generated that pressure, but no shots, and now mistake on defense, letting Space Station get a second. And time running out for them.
Nothing too crazy coming from Space Station as well, just being in the right place at the right time. We saw the kickoff goal, and now just capitalizing on a whiff. Here we see Sypical up again, trying to get some kind of momentum and solidify it.
Sypical going for that double tap off the infield pass, something that Space Station Gaming did very well against Splice and multiple teams this season. Keeping Rogue scoreless, we just have 35 seconds left on the clock. Rogue still down by 2. Wonder in the corner, getting full boost. Challenges AXB, it's gonna bounce right to the middle. Sypical clearing it back to the Rogue corner. AJ didn't get a hit and a demo on Kronovi. This could be a chance for Space Station. Wonder clears it over. Kronovi's gonna be there. Soft first touch. Trying to dribble it, a ball out into the middle, and Wonder with 7 seconds left gets Rogue on the board.
Finally, somebody is here to capitalize. We see Kronovi getting a great challenge, and Wonder with perfect positioning to come across the net and across the pitch to aim it directly in the bottom right corner. This could be a chance. They got 7 seconds. They might do it.
There's still hope for Rogue to pull a win. Center ball, this is off the backboard. A block from Sypical is going down. Kronovi racing to it. He can't get to it in time. And Space Station take game number 1.
You want to see more opportunities like that last goal from Rogue. Just somebody repositioning themselves and coming in for the final rotation to get some kind of a shot on that. But Space Station, solid defense and definitely great positioning on their part to put away these punishing goals.
Yeah, I mean, just looking at the scoreboard, 8 shots to 1. And we'll take another look at this first goal of the game, the kickoff goal. Kronovi getting the boost in the corner, but Sathu, just too much power.
And even this kickoff from Sypical, the perfect setup to get it in the air so Sathu can follow through and still get power. Look at how much speed he had on the shot. There's no way you can save that, and that's a fantastic kickoff.
Absolutely, and that was just 3 seconds in, set the tone of the match, and you know, it was a 1-goal game. So that was a very critical goal, and to get one that early. So Rogue, they looked like they had moments where their offense was clicking, except for that final shot. You know, they need to get to that ball faster. They need to have somebody in that third rotation
who's coming through, exactly, and try and finish something. And they just dropped the first game. I believe that's the only game they can drop this series if they want to clinch and secure a playoff spot here. So right now they really need to improve their game and actually try and fix what they're making mistakes on.
Absolutely, and time running out for them, but Space Station, they're hungry for top 4. Gives them a better chance at making the World Championship with the new regional format.
And seeding is something that is so important. You see teams come in, and you know, you never know who could be consistent on that day, but seeding comes through with confidence. You earn the right against the team you're playing, and you're coming through that tournament and the playoffs really with the right mentality, and that could be crucial in such a dire and important series.
And this series, very important for both teams, and a whiff there from Sathu. What happened here, Turtle?
Honestly, I have absolutely no idea. Little moonwalk trying to get to net. I don't think he stopped using his power slide or something.
The moonwalk, yeah. I'm going to make sure never to use that matchmaking.
I mean, you know, maybe he could have gotten a nice sit clear, kind of trying to add some style points, but it didn't really work out for Sathu, and 1-0 for Rogue.
And I had a teammate back in the day, Sir Pancake, who would always drive backwards, and we'd always get scored on, so just turn that car around.
Wise words from James Bond.
So Rogue getting some help early on from that defensive mistake.
Well, the bump
off the backboard from AJ. Bouncing shot downfield. Sathu's going to pinch that out into the middle. AXB with the follow-up. So Sathu making amends for that last play.
Thankfully, you see Sathu getting involved after the moonwalk play with a great pass, pinching it just perfectly out here for AXB. Didn't get too much power with a great setup, and AXB in position to put them on the board again after a little bit of a ridiculous play.
And that followed up immediately with another shot from Kronovi. But you're right, Turtle. It's a good situation to be in mentally when you make such a tough play on defense and then can immediately follow it up with a goal.
Especially
you don't
so
have to
early
think about
in the
it.
game, yeah. And he was probably so worried because if it came down to another goal later in the game, he's definitely feeling a little bit guilty there for his performance. But being able to put it on the board again and help out his team early on just lets you focus forward on the remaining time.
And it was another infield pass, that time just using the pinch. Now a double tap chance for Sathu. Wonder breaking up the play. Lob shot down off the backboard and another saved, but two players from Rogue going for it. Wonder buying some time, gets the demo, but a clear back into Rogue's corner. AJ with a little bit of time, going for a shot towards net, using up all his boost for that, but he'll get the boost steal in the corner. Typical, hitting that over to AXB. AXB trying to stuff AJ, but AJ forced that one through for now. Center ball, Typical, first touch. And he gets the flick by one, pass into the middle, Wonder gets that ball off to the sideline, but what an effort.
Nobody there for Space Station to come in and try and follow up. Bit of an issue that Rogue had in the first game, just getting these final rotations of somebody crossing the field to get an early challenge. But Kronovi with the bump, Wonder almost there to put a solo play in, and it's still tied up with 2 minutes left.
A heads-up play there from Kronovi, recognizing that last defender, but AXB was ready and waiting. Off the ceiling, a miss there from Typical. That could have been the go-ahead goal opportunity. Ball floating right in front of net, all defenders missing. Space Station putting some pressure on, but Sathu's all out of boost. So is Typical. Wonder with a miss there, and Sathu will clear it down. Kronovi with the stop, but AXB will have some time. Hits it high off the ceiling. Wonder to the sideline. Typical retreats. Sathu gets a second touch, centers it.
Nobody there. Nobody there to send it home. A little bit smaller aggression this game from both teams. Just seems like none of them want to give up a goal and are willing to risk a good opportunity on the offensive side to not be aggressive, which is an interesting play style, but it makes you a little bit more passive and honestly has the pressure so much more contested on your own side of the field.
Yeah, just getting rid of the ball, it might solve your immediate problems, but to get that sustained pressure, you've got to find your teammates. Final minute of game two, we're still tied. AXB hitting it downfield, blocked by Wonder, back to the Space Station corner. Long clear from Sathu. Kronovi is going to hit it over to Wonder. That bounces off the corner awkwardly. Wonder can't get to it. A side flip from AJ. He recovers and flicks it by one. AXB popping it up in front of Rogue's goal. Hit down by Wonder. AJ with one demo. Kronovi trying to get there for the shot, but he gets bumped a little bit by Sathu, it looked like. Now Rogue on the attack. Typical denies the backboard. Sathu misses his hit, but Typical pops it by one. Kronovi, self-pass. Hits it to the Space Station corner. AJ with a center ball, but no one was there again from Rogue.
Just the aggression isn't there. They're creating such great spatial opportunities with these fantastic little touches, but nobody's there to finish it. None of these teams want to put the aggression forward and try and punish the other team.
Last chance in regulation. AXB towards the backboard, and Kronovi hits it down. It's still alive. Typical. He's just going to hit it down to the ground, and we've got overtime in game two.
Let's see how these teams face off against each other this time in overtime. A more stressful situation. Typical with great speed, almost opening up an opportunity.
Wonder getting there in time, breaking up the backboard chance. Had he left that, it would have been game over. Typical off the corner. Wonder to the sideline. AJ has to leave it. AXB hits it back down to Rogue's side. Kronovi taking over. AJ trying to get out of the way. Kronovi down to Typical. Typical. We clear to the side. AJ's first to it. Off the backboard, Sathu with a touch. Now Typical challenging Kronovi. This one up off the ceiling. AXB is going to hit that over right into the hands of Wonder. Back to Kronovi. Center ball. AJ. Self-pass. Centers it. Chance for Wonder, and Wonder gets to it first. It looked like Sathu could have gotten to the ball, but Wonder just hustles it out.
Just squeezing it through the defense. Wonder just throws himself in here, and Sathu trying to moonwalk save it again. Thankfully, he gets the pinch off of the back of the car and slowly puts it in.
And just like that, Rogue keep those top 6 dreams alive. Just 2 more wins needed for them to close out the series 3-1, which they need to do if they hope to finish top 6. Space Station, a little bit of a rough game there from Sathu, I would say.
And it's so hard to come back, especially after such an early mistake, but we did see him make up for it later on. But you end up thinking as a player, you know, what if I didn't make that mistake so early on? This game could have been totally different. Wouldn't have had to go into overtime. There's things like that that can creep into your mentality and your thought process. And Rogue keeping the dream alive for this playoff spot.
They sure are. And Wonder getting both of those goals. They're assisted both from AJ as well. Many more shots coming in. They both actually had 9 shots on net, Rogue and Space Station. But, I mean, maybe you can talk a little bit, Turtle. I've heard people say this. I don't know how true it is. But if you're using reverse a lot, that means you're out of position. Is that true?
Yes and no, because a lot of times you throw yourself at the ball, you're going to end up somehow, you know, misjointed, but it really comes down to recovery. And a lot of players can feel comfortable with reversing, but right there, that was just unfortunate.
So it was just the execution. I mean, nothing wrong with reversing.
He had the hit. I mean, it just seemed like he kept power sliding. It was just off with mechanics, in my opinion. He shouldn't have been reversing in the first place, but he could have saved it for sure.
Yeah, the challenge with backing up, you can't boost in that direction.
Yeah.
So getting into Game 3. Rogue versus Space Station.
And you want to see people crashing the net more this game. Last game, we only saw it towards the end there with Wonder getting a great crash in the net, forcing 50-50s. But throughout the entire game, early on, we saw nobody trying to rush a 50 or a challenge. And here we see Wonder doing what he did last game.
And it's still bouncing out, and somehow Sathu gets the save. Chance on the other end. Sathu the shot. And Kronovi a long hit. AXB getting up.
And that's the kind of creativity we need. We need some bumps. We need some physicality here and just more aggression from both teams.
So Rogue coming out swinging after that win in Game 2. Sipical racing off to the side. AJ trying to get that off the backboard, but not going to happen. AXB now and Sathu, or Sipical rather, taking over. Wonder with the stop. Now Wonder on the other end, dribbling it down in the corner. Gets it by 1, bounces out to the middle for Kronovi. Wide open net. And Kronovi gets Rogue on the board.
Wonder with the solo play coming through, taking it slow, feathering his boost. Sathu unfortunately getting a miss again in the corner, but Kronovi is there to punish off of that defensive miss. And that'll put them 1-0 in this game.
Finally seeing Rogue in that position to take advantage of all that work being done by their teammates. This time Wonder getting that dribble play done. Wonder last season, he was very impressive on the playmaker side of the ball, getting assists, helping generate chances for his team, doing it again right there.
And even Kronovi having the patience to stay there, honestly, and also the prediction to say, you know what, maybe Sathu will miss this. I'm going to stay aggressive and hope for the best. And thankfully he was there and able to punish.
So Space Station find themselves trailing. Wonder another weak shot, but Sathu recovers in net. AXB chasing that down. Kronovi with the block. Sathu no boost. Pops up for Sipical. Sipical is going to hit that to the Rogue corner. Taken over by AJ. Gets it by AXB. Sathu turning for it. Wonder gets beat to the ball. AXB is going to bounce this off the ceiling and down for a teammate, and the shot is high by Sipical. That could have been the equalizer.
And what a pass from AXB to use the ceiling to try and get it. But here, Wonder doing the same thing. Bit of a double commit. Kronovi coming in, almost able to get a finish there. And we got the same game.
Now another long clear from Rogue. Sipical hitting it back to his own corner. Sathu down the sideline. Kronovi jumped for it. Sipical. Shot towards net. Kronovi was there waiting. Wonder with the challenge win. This is now in the Space Station corner. Bounce pass to the middle. Blocked by AXB. AXB taking his time. AJ shuts him down. Sipical to the side. Sipical shot towards net. Wonder off the wall gets the save.
Just coming across, still having his flip, managing to get the save and keep his team up. 1-0 in the series, and you want to see how they're going to counterattack and get this ball out to try and force some pressure on Space Station.
Wonder popped that up to the middle. Sipical was waiting. A miss there from AJ and Sathu. AXB now off the wall. Sipical E-breaks, but AJ gets to it first. Kronovi back pass to Wonder. Wonder to the side. Sathu doesn't get much of a hit on it. Wonder taking over again, gets it by one and bumped out of the way from Sathu. Well, that slowed down the attack enough.
And I'm just so impressed so far about Wonder's ability to slow the game down, but also contest and challenge when he needs to. Decision-making coming out from him is really the star player right now for Rogue. Wonder proving himself here on this field when it matters the most.
Wonder getting that key dribble pass into Kronovi. The only goal of the game. We're in the final minute. Rogue still up by one. Another chance. AJ double tap. That's two. Rogue moving ahead.
With a beautiful first touch, AJ pops it up directly over the net. This is such a great goal for them to score right now, especially with 1 minute left, keeping the momentum going forward. Exactly what they needed. 2-0.
Rogue getting an insurance goal. And now a bump there from Sathu. Sipical off the backboard. Kronovi, tough read from him, but he makes the defensive play. Sathu, center ball, AXB. He's gonna miss it. Sipical, the shot, and he hammers that through the post, and the defender finding the net.
Space Station are coming back saying, look, we're still in it. We still got 38 seconds. Finding the upper right side of the goal. No chance on saving that. Sipical with just a great placement of a shot.
Space Station Gaming within one. Wonder. Weak hit to the corner so he can get another one. But ball centers out. Final 30 seconds. Sathu with a challenge win. AJ not the greatest hit. Ball out into the middle. Sipical. Now the backboard. The chance and a miss. Follow up from Sathu. We can't do it. That was the chance for Space Station.
And the pressure's still on. The panicky defense from Rogue is coming out. So many opportunities for Space Station. The ball can still be in the air. They got 5 seconds. Pressure's still on.
And the shot towards net. Save from Wonder. Ball bouncing off the side. Still up in the air now on Space Station's end. And Kronovi will get there, hit the ball down, and Rogue closed that one out. But my, oh my. That was a scary last
Their
few
hearts
seconds.
are probably beating so fast. That was just a chaotic ending to that game. Space Station pulling it back towards the end, but it wasn't enough to break the defense for a second time against Rogue.
Wow, that was quite the ending. Space Station, it looked like they had it. But we'll take a look at the second goal. The double tap from AJ, good first touch. And those are the free, that's the free training shot that you practice all the time, right? You know, you have the kickoff or you got a ball rolling to you. You just hit it off the backboard, pass to yourself, and then dunk it in. AJ making it look easy. I'm sure it was easy for him, but that was a big goal. Getting that insurance.
By far the most important goal for Rogue right there, just because it was a solo play for AJ to come through with the confidence and the statement saying that they're going to continue the pressure going forward is just outstanding, and I'm sure that was just a huge boost to morale to the entire Rogue squad.
And it proved to be the game-winning goal. Obviously, Space Station getting one on the board in the final seconds, almost getting that second one. So these games have been close, and by no means easy.
Right.
So now we are one game away from Rogue doing what all of us thought they couldn't do, which was beat Space Station 3-1 to secure that top 6
Especially after dropping the first game. This is something that you didn't expect. It's almost like a reverse sweep for Rogue coming in here to get the playoff spot because they have to win 3 games in a row after dropping the first one. So they're coming out strong, able to get some finishing shots in, and just some flashy plays like we saw from AJ.
A very important game for Rogue. Kronovi clears it, but AXB centers it over to Sathu. Sathu can't get the double tap, and a booming clear from AJ off his own backboard. That was backboard to backboard.
Huge clears like that are what they're going to need this game if they want to relieve the Space Station Gaming pressure, because it seems like they're coming out hot and strong at the beginning of this game.
Now Rogue have the ball in Space Station's half. AXB trying to clear that out. Wonder catches it, flicks it by one. Sypical gets the stop, but the follow-up from Kronovi.
Unfortunate touch here from Sypical, just trying to get it out of his box, but couldn't even get any power. He didn't even flip into it, just kind of jumped. Maybe he was going for a second touch, but Kronovi there to punish and exploit. Just a horrible touch on defense.
And it looked like he might have tried to jump to avoid a demo. It was tough to tell from the angle I was looking at, but that could have played a factor into it. Regardless, Kronovi has been doing a great job of being in that attacking spot. We were criticizing Rogue earlier about not having a player in position when the ball is in a dangerous spot in front of net, but Kronovi, he has been there, and he's hit some big shots.
Just a complete turnaround, and I think a lot of that does come down to confidence. As you've seen, they've been dominant most of these past few games, except for the first one on offense, and trying to punish one right here is Wonder. Almost gets the opportunity. But I don't even think if he had it on net, it would have gone in.
I mean, that's the question, is was the defender close enough to get back to that in time if the shot was on target? It was tough to tell. But that one might have been the second goal for Rogue. Sathu, center ball, AXB keeping the play alive. Sypical controlling it. Kronovi with the stop. Sathu at the half. Keeps it back into the Rogue half. AJ, another big clear from him. Gets it over AXB. Now the touch shot there from AXB getting back in time, but a nifty shot there. Kronovi off the sidewall. Sypical. It's going to self-pass, but Wonder gets there first. The shot towards net. No one's back. Sathu was gone. And AJ gets the second goal for Rogue.
I don't even know where the last defender was. Maybe he got demoed. Yeah, it was Sathu just spawning in there. Unfortunate, but what a great demo to open up an opportunity for Rogue.
It was just a lot of things going wrong for Space Station as well. That little touch from AXB just sent the ball right back out into the middle as well. So Rogue has just been swarming this Space Station team. And Space Station appears to be frazzled.
Just very linear positioning. It seems like they're so stacked on top of each other when they're going for offensive pressure. They're just forcing one player forward at the ball, trying to get some kind of 1v1. No cross-field pitches like that. Sypical trying to open up something 1v1, and just nothing's connecting. You see them just trying to force something with a flick, but not going across the pitch.
On a demo and a flip reset, but it wasn't meant to be. AJ, though, that net, it was ripe for the picking. And now more shots coming out from Rogue. They are peppering the net. They're not able to score, but they have just been dominating possession. Chance for Sathu, but he put that wide. And time melting off the clock. Rogue inching closer and closer to securing top 6 and their presence in the RLCS Season 8.
Such an important game for Rogue. And Sathu, just you see the passes trying to connect from the corners, but the defense is so aggressive from Rogue, coming out strong and on top. And nothing really directly to teammates. It just seems like Space Station Gaming cannot connect.
And they even tried there. Sathu just couldn't get his bumper on the ball. This shot, high, double commit, but AJ will keep possession and flicks it by one. Can't get it by another. Final minute. Rogue still up by 2. Sypical with the pop up. Wonder gets beat, but AJ clearing it downfield. Kronovi over to Wonder, but Wonder had to bail. Perhaps not enough boost in the tank to make the play. Wonder coming back in. That challenge sends it out to the middle. Sathu over to AXB. AXB muscles it over Kronovi. AJ now popping it by Sathu. Ball bouncing back. Sathu racing to it. Stopped by Wonder.
The midfield presence from Rogue, contesting every ball. 20 seconds left. Space Station need to win these challenges and put some pressure on.
Rogue is about to clinch top 6. 10 seconds. Space Station looking to get one. They almost do. The demo from Wonder takes out AXB, and the final seconds tick off as Wonder hits it down towards the ground, and Rogue 3-1 over Space Station. They do it, Turtle.
Honestly, getting the reverse sweep for the playoff scenario, Rogue were so just momentous in this series. Everything about it was so great. They carried the momentum that they gathered from the first win and were able to just keep going through the entire series. Space Station, we saw them struggle against Ghost, and let's take a look at this goal.
And this one was just after the demo, Sathu spawning in, couldn't get back in time, but look at the touch here from AXP. This is where it all went wrong. You see him bouncing it right back out into the middle for AJ. You have to roll that up the wall. You can't allow that to bounce back into the middle.
And it was so close. You could obviously see his intention. He was trying to get it to roll up, but just caught him off guard. And honestly, especially with the Octane, it's such a boxy car.
Yeah.
It just pops right off.
And that's why some people like to use that Dominus, you know? But what a series. Rogue do it. They clinch top 6, so that means one of the teams that play next might be going down there in the bottom 2. We've got Ghost versus EG coming up next, a very important match for playoffs, so you're not going to want to miss it.